No, it's already here. We can't undo it.
If something good happens,
that's a problem.
I'll
That's a
take
problem.
responsibility for it. But if something bad happens, it's your fault. You Catholic.
I had the volume up, and then we were getting bad playback, and then I fixed it.
But did you mix it?
This is gonna be this is gonna be a nightmare. This is my nightmare. Is this episode? I already feel it. I feel it in my bones.
So this is gonna be a great episode.
I'm excited that you're here. Yes.
I'm glad.
I haven't seen you in months.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Oh well, all right then. Okay, I'm here.
See, Zach, all you have to do is do what I do. Start
Kidnap me from my house.
Get a short film greenlit, and then make him the director of photography, and then you're stuck with him on several days a week.
Yeah.
What is the director of photography do?
He's shooting it. He works the camera.
I operate the camera.
Pulls out a gun.
You're not wrong. You're very close.
Fix your mic stand.
Can I have the one that I have that works that I brought?
Isn't that your mic stand, the broken
I brought
one?
2.
And one of them is broken.
Yes.
That's the one
and
you get.
because you're the owner of the show, you should take the responsibility.
Yes, do you have $13?
Yes, but no, I will not spend it on a mic stand. I am not a responsible adult, and you know that.
Well, therefore, you get the broken one.
And
yes, that is how the hierarchy works.
But look at Zach.
No. I would watch the Josh and Mosh show.
I want to know what it's about.
I was
Didn't you get that snap?
No.
It was
probably
me and
I
the
ignore
ghost
you.
version of me, but which one's Josh and which one's Mosh?
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Friends by Default, where we're all friends here, even if we make stupid Snapchats.
You would totally watch Josh and Mosh. Don't fucking.
I took a fucking screen cap of that. I'm saving that for posterity for when you die.
Yeah. That'll be the file photo that they put on the news when I go missing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brooks Vernon. I am the co-creator and co-host of this here Friends by Default show. And the whole point of this show that you've come here to listen, it's already a train wreck. My intro is already bad.
You want me to take over?
No, I can put it
take
back
over.
on track. No, I know. You are just waiting in the wings. You are the worm tongue just waiting to poison me and take over.
Who says I haven't?
You're a usurper.
You are the usurper.
And I'm the drummer.
But what we do is that what we do here is we answer questions, not just any old questions, but the big questions. Those questions that have pondered mankind for years.
Pondered mankind?
It's not proper grammar, but it works. They get the idea. That plus we we come up with new things for mankind to ponder, new what ifs, new hypothetical scenarios that need to be thought out. We're sort of like the world's worst think tank ever.
I never thought of it that way.
Or the best think tank.
No, I'd say worse.
Okay, well, if you flip it upside down.
I say
then we're
It's
a mess.
Let's go between the two extremes and just say we're bad.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough.
And so with that, why don't you introduce yourself, Zach?
Well, now that you called me out on it, I guess I gotta introduce myself. Hi, I'm Zach. I'm the one who does all the hypotheticals here because nobody else can think of them. And you know how much pressure it is, folks? Hey, Liam, how about we introduce you?
I do the
Hey,
questions.
I'm Liam Wallace. I'm your co-host, co-creator, and sound engineer.
And crippled boy.
And crippled
You're
boy.
our
I
crippled
broke
boy.
my hand.
After Josh introduces himself, we can, if you want, you can tell a story of how
it's not that interesting, but okay,
I mean,
go ahead, Josh.
yeah.
You were in
Shut up, Josh's turn.
Okay.
You were in the scene for Cars 2.
Shh.
Hey, everybody. I'm Josh, and one of the reasons why I haven't been on the show is because I also got in an accident, and I'm paralyzed from the waist down, but I guess Liam's just a little
That's
more
not
important.
funny.
Is it not? Okay. But I already introduced myself. I'm the drummer.
So,
I'm the Ringo.
so Liam, about your stunt work for Cars 2. How is that? How'd you get that gig?
Well, one day I was driving and I came up over a hill and it was raining and I looked at my radio, looked up, noticed the cars in front of me were stopped, slammed on my brakes. Guess who didn't stop? and I plowed into the dude in front of me.
Did you say ka-chow?
I did. As I hit the other car, I went ka-chow.
Oh my god!
But it was like a really sad
It was like ka-chow.
the sound
No,
of the
what-
car hitting the other car made the ka-chow
No,
noise.
no. What happened was like Liam hits the car. Everything goes into slow motion. We cut to inside the car, and then it does a very fast zoom to a Mortal Kombat-esque X-ray to his hand, and it's just like with the brake, it goes ka-chow as it snaps.
It comes out of your skin.
Oosh. I'm
That's
glad
better
it
than what
didn't.
I
It
thought.
could have. I'm glad it didn't.
Because I was thinking, like, it's all slow motion, and, like, as it's slow motion, Liam in real time just looks at the camera and goes, ka-chow, and then it goes back into real time, and it's just the crash.
Honestly, the inner monologue for me at the time was, oh, shit, better brace for impact. And by bracing for impact, I did the complete opposite and tensed my entire body and, like, pushed real hard on the steering wheel.
He turns to the camera and is just like, I bet you're wondering like how I got into this mess. Well, the answer is
Ka-chow.
ka-chow. The answer is ka-chow.
When is ka-chow not the answer?
Where did ka-chow come from?
Cars.
Cars.
Cars?
Lightning McQueen,
Oh.
Owen Wilson said ka-chow.
Oh, because I heard like a lot of people say it, and and now it makes
It's a May now.
It's a meme.
It's almost as popular as Lightning McQueen's rival, Thunder...
Thunder thighs.
Dougal.
Dermot.
Thunder Green Car.
Mr. Mustache.
Yeah,
You
but
mean
he,
Larry the Cable Guy?
no, that was
Yes.
Mater. But Green Car, he did that thing where it's like Thunder comes before like Kachiga, and like oh wow,
Kachiga.
that's really gonna catch on. And then he lost all his fans, all his car girls gone wild, and he died.
Flash
He
died.
died.
There's
Like-
there's literally a joke in the first Cars movie
he was voiced by Michael Keaton.
about a
Really?
pair of twins like flashing Lightning McQueen and everything.
They did.
yeah,
What
yeah.
do they do?
They like flash their headlights.
Yeah, they're,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And he's like, hey, they're like
He's-
18.
So I should watch Talladega Nights, is what you're telling me.
What?
Or Days of Thunder.
I mean, yeah.
I like Will Ferrell.
Days of Thunder, where it's just Top Gun, but with NASCAR.
He's my guilty pleasure.
See, I prefer Cars 3. It took a much darker route for the series. I think it really you could see the series grow up with its audience and everything. It was really something something
Was
special.
it any good?
I have
didn't
not
see
seen it.
How many Cars movies are there?
There are 3, but
There's
if
like
you
also
count
like-
if you
like-
count Planes,
Yeah.
which is in the Cars
Apparently,
universe,
Planes 2 was actually really good.
is it?
Well, because it started out as like a regular Disney movie, like, hey, you can do whatever you set your mind to. But then the protagonist's like, wow, I'm just a farm plane. I cannot amount to a jet, like a regular jet. But you know what? I'm good at what I do, so that's fine. I'm not the best, but I'm good.
Wasn't
And
it
you're like, oh shit, that's like really humbling. Fuck.
there's like a fucking, I don't know if this was just a meme, but like there's that fucking thing of like there's World War II planes in planes, so that means World War II must have happened. Therefore, there's a Cars Holocaust.
But also
There's a Cars Third Reich.
Also, there is a joke about like a Pope car in like a bigger car and everything, and then it's like, so there was a car Jesus, and there was a car. Like, if there's Catholicism, that means there was a car
Or religion.
Like, yeah,
There was a car crucifixion.
There was a car crucifixion. There was a car reformation where like Protestant cars broke away from Catholic cars and everything, and like there was a car crusades against like
against car Jews and car
Yeah.
like
there was a
Islams or
car.
Muslims.
There was a car Rome, and that means there was like a car Julius Caesar.
Oh my god!
And
there's a
like
car 911.
Wait.
That's
Did
not
this all just happen?
That's not confirmed.
Did this all just happen really fast, or did it start off with like horses and wagons?
Oh, is there car evolution?
what do they evolve from? Like
Horses.
Yeah, wheels,
like bicycles?
Wheels with a Z.
metal, and rocks, and gasoline.
Who made the cars is the real question.
That's what
But-
they ponder every day about
But here's
their life.
the thing. Here's the thing. Like, there's no animals in the Cars universe that are not also either cars, planes. There's a blimp there. Like, how the fuck does that work?
There were bugs, but they were also cars.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, they live in a world where literally every single creature, like, including those viewed as, like, less sentient and animals, have the exact same biology as the sentient creatures and everything. Like, how crazy would it be in this world if like dogs and bugs and fish were all looked like humans and everything?
Oh my god,
That'd be gross.
it'd be a Disney movie.
It'd
It would
be
be
called
Cars.
Humans.
It would be Humans.
Humans, but with a Z or something.
There's
I
a
don't know.
Japanese Cars death match
Kachinga.
march. There's just everything you hate in the world exists in the Cars
Sounded
universe.
like a racial slur.
It does. Kachinga?
No, Kachinga.
Kachinga?
Kachinga.
Cha-cha-cha-chinga?
That's chi-chi-chi-chi, you big dummy.
I know.
Did you guys ever have one of those?
No.
No, I did. I had a Shrek one and I never grew it. I just
I-
put it on my shelf.
I think I had one once, but I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to think. It was either a Chia Pet or a
Or a
Or
real
just a
live
bush.
or a
Yeah.
light or a light bright. And I can't.
You can't distinguish.
mean you can't remember one's a plant, the other
Look,
one's not?
look. I can't recognize faces. I can only make guesses based on body shape of who is who at this table and everything. And I just like
So that's why you call me Nathan sometimes.
I have face blindness. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all making sense.
Do people who cheat on their wives use that as an excuse?
What, Chia Pets?
Yeah.
I can't. That was good. That was good.
All right, well, I'll see you guys. I gotta go.
I can't remember if it was a Chia Pet or a Light Bright, so I fucked my secretary. What do you want from me?
And she goes, well, all right. I'll follow.
All right.
the
That,
I-
that
I
logic
think-
falls up.
I think it's time to answer a question.
Yeah, let's answer the first question, because that Cars one wasn't one.
All right. So let's see. What would be fun? I don't know if this will be like a quick warm up one because I don't know how long this one could last or how much material we could get out of it. But by what standards do you judge yourself?
Hi.
By what
Oh, I should have yawned and talked at the same time because that just came out as weird noise.
by what standards do you judge yourself? Let's go around the table. Liam,
I say pretty high standards.
high standards?
But what standard? Like,
Yeah. What are
when
the
somebody
standards?
says, what standards do you judge yourself on? Like, for me, it's like, oh, hey, how well can I do a basic human task that, if I see my coworker who just got employed and he's like, oh, let me try counting 20s. 20, 40, 80, 100. I'm like,
He's trying.
I guess I'm better than that. So my standards are I feel pretty good about
That
myself.
that is literally my boss that everyone hates, and he does that all the time. And he thinks we rely on the counting machines too much, so he like always counts us down himself, and he always gets it wrong, and we always have to sign stuff because of it, and it's shit. It's shit, and I hate it. But
Theater.
yeah, don't. I'm gonna have to cut that.
No, I know.
Don't be a dick.
Thanks. But if we're going off of like basic human tasks, there's like practical things like being able to count. But there's also social things that maybe some people at this table
You.
kind of struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to get at? You're trying to get a platform so you can complain about your awful life?
Look,
His awful social skills. Oh, I told you, I sent that group text about the kid who was like gave money to God or something.
What?
do you want to say that now before we go
Yeah,
into my
sorry.
thing?
So, I work at a bank and like everybody's cashing checks and everything like that. This
Uh-huh.
one kid looked 18, baby face, looked very. I found out later he was homeschooled, like very
Oh.
like just like meek and like
Yeah,
like he came up and like, hey man, how you doing today? He's like, good. I'm like, all right, well, okay, bud. What can I do for you? And then I see he's making a withdrawal for $16. I'm like, that is a very specific amount. But
Yeah.
all right, so I run it through, and like because I like making small talk with everybody to get me through the day. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing this for? Like, what's $16? It's very specific. And he's like, oh, well, you see, that is that is $10. 10% of my paycheck, and I take that to the church. I'm like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool, dude. He's like, yeah, I give God 10%, and he gives me my life.
Your life?
Mhm.
He said life.
He said life.
Everything else seemed fine until he said life. Now I'm dangerously concerned.
I was like, it
was
threw
it
me
like
for such
was
a-
it like seed money where like he gives it to like a televangelist and they like spend their money and like pray for them and they give them like
no, I was
cloth?
just so scared. I was like,
Scared.
He
Look, that
had
kid
the
will-
vibe to him that was just so unsettling. Like he would blindly trust whatever his parents told him. So I'm like, oh fuck, he is in a cult.
Okay.
But
I
like,
was about to say he'll make a great cult leader someday
or
or follower.
a great follower, or
He will-
serial killer.
He will give those children the Kool-Aid to drink whether they like it or not.
Oh,
See,
no.
on the other end of the spectrum, it's because today, Josh and I had a sort of production meeting for a short film we're both working on. So I brought him over to Towson, and I showed him around the electronic media and film.
Gave me the
building.
most meaningless and pointless tour I have ever
Well,
been on my life. It was literally like, here's a door you're not allowed to go into. Here's another door you're not allowed to go into. Here's another place you're not allowed to go into. Don't go in there. Why did you go in there?
Did you go in there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this
so
is what he told.
no.
All right,
no,
fine. Make
no.
me look like the idiot.
Here's what happened. No, I'm good. We're both gonna look equally
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
So basically, there's the equipment room where you go in and you check out equipment, and they always have like people in there to like working it and everything. That's called the cage. And I told him, hey, you're not allowed to go in the cage because you're not a student
Yeah, I
here
got
and
that.
everything.
Yeah.
And the reason why I told him that was not because he's actually not allowed to go into the cage, but I did not want to be in a situation where I had to introduce a friend of mine to potentially people I do not know who would be in the cage. I'd have to say that, hi, I'm Brooks. This is my friend who doesn't go here. We're just going to look at all the equipment real quick and everything. I did not want to be in that situation. So I just told him, hey, you're not allowed to go in the cage. So when
He was like, walk by it.
yeah,
I was like,
so
okay.
we'll just walk by it and everything. And immediately next to the cage is the editing labs,
Yeah.
and that is the actual place that you can't go into unless you check in the cage. And when we came down the stairs and the cage was on the left and the door was open like right in front of us, I turned expecting Josh to follow me, and he just walked in, and all the people in the cage like kind of looked around. They're like, who is that? And I'm like, I was like standing out of the door. I'm like, and they could see me doing that. I'm like, Josh, what are you doing?
Remember what I told you earlier? Walk around like you look like you belong, and no one will say
Oh
anything.
my god, it's great. I love doing that.
No one will bother you. Like, I wear suits. I'm on a campus, so I look like a substitute teacher or whatever the fuck. I walk on by. No one's going to say shit.
I only said that like any other room like that I told you that like you're not supposed to go into. You could have easily done that. It would not have been a big deal. It was that one specifically because like you have to check in
Thank
order
you
to
for
go
that tour.
inside.
And
I
thank
think-
you for giving me these sweat marks I didn't need.
I don't know, bro. I think you make a bigger deal out of it because, like, the whole reason you didn't want him to go in the cage is because you didn't want to introduce.
Because
him?
of his inability for social skills.
Yeah, no, that's-
he was like, please
because
don't.
it was people I did not know. Like I would.
I don't want to make any new acquaintances.
The people-
You were just looking at equipment, though, right?
No,
Right.
we were just walking by.
The people who I did introduce him to were people I already knew, who I like was friends with, and like that was no problem. It was the people who only kind of see me walking around sometimes that I didn't want to be like, so here's Josh.
You don't have to do that. You go into the cage and they're like, hey, hey, and there you go.
Don't introduce me. Let me introduce myself. I'm
And he
fine.
can do that. He's pretty good at it.
I don't give a shit about anybody what they think about me.
Let's do a scene. Look,
Okay.
I'm in the cage and I'm like writing down some shit. All right.
Hey, man. What's up? My name's Josh.
Oh, you're white.
And well, like the real thing is like, are you here to check out equipment? If not, please leave.
No, I'm with Brooks.
Oh, please leave.
All right, I'll see you, man.
Peace.
Keep one lit.
Keep one lit.
All right, stay
and
away
then
from
you
Brooks.
go about your
And you're
life
just
and
like-
completely forget about
And
it.
make sure you wash your hands before and after touching Brooks.
And I'm like, why did they have to write that rule in? Why is that a rule now?
It is literally in the code of conduct for fucking Towson University.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that I have a legacy now, I guess.
Yeah, just like Jerry Sandusky.
No.
Oh man.
It's because did you fart again, or was that you?
No, that was me just saying, "Oh man."
Oh, I heard a fart.
No, did you? What's your way for gauging? Like, what was the question? Is it like
what
gauging
are
how
the,
successful?
what
you
are the standards you judge yourself
Oh,
by?
standards you judge yourself. by.
So I guess the end of like my like that whole thing was I judge myself by the standards of can I talk to someone I don't know, and often the answer is
Nope.
no.
Why?
Because if I could answer that, I could fix
You wouldn't be
it.
asking the question.
Zach, if I okay,
Sometimes
Zach.
you need a person to say why. So you go, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna go and talk to some. Oh.
Yeah, let Zach be your therapist.
But also, like, you know, I find it funny that Zach is telling me, like, to, like...
Now, I can put
about
on a retail
about
face. I talk to your mom all the time.
yeah, look at him.
But you know my mom. You've been to my house.
I don't know her the multiple times. Like
there
every
was a
time I
time
talk
where
to
he didn't know your mom.
Yeah, like, and also with all the people who come in, I'm like, hi, how you doing? What are you doing this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's
Like,
just small talk.
what'd you do for Easter? Yeah, me, I pranked a bunch of kids.
But I can-
like, that's a bold-faced
Did you
lie, but
really?
they're like, I mean,
It's a bold face.
I am made very
I beat up
uncomfortable by small talk, and also, like, aren't you also not great at social situations?
it depends. I have to be
not
ready
making
for it.
hardcore relationships.
I have to, like, you know, get myself, like, if I'm just, like, I don't know, eating a Hot Pocket, like, on a bench, and then someone's like, yo, dude, you want to go, like, narf some dudes? I'm like,
What? What the fuck does that mean?
First off,
Something that actually happened to you in your life.
What is
Someone
it?
asked, no,
You-
no,
okay.
hold up.
No. Like, Zach, you cannot have grabbed narf some dudes out of the fucking ether. That has to have been said to you
Can
at
I
one
say what
point.
narf on some dudes is? What I think it is?
go ahead.
You roll up on some guys, you shoot them with some Narf darts, Nerf darts, and then you vomit all over the place and run.
Narf. You got narfed.
It's like it's the new thing that teens are all about.
It's a new internet meme.
What were you gonna say, Liam?
I was just
That
gonna
crack-
try
hold
to.
on, I'm hearing crackling.
Yeah,
What was that?
Liam.
What? Why are we quiet?
Yeah,
What
don't
happened?
touch that.
Yeah, don't hold on to
Oh,
the
you
thing
can hear
that
what I
connects
can
the mic.
hear. Okay.
Oh yeah, why don't you have headphones?
Because I've been with you all day, and then you asked me like when I was already with you.
one of our hosts has not put in headphones yet, so I have
I
to
have not.
give him the spares.
Thank
Just
you.
cut this out.
No,
No.
the audience wants this. This is
Who wants this?
an audience member who I don't know.
I want it when I'm
contacts
going
me
to narf some
and-
dudes.
I was
yeah.
I was very surprised when I checked the stats and like 20 people downloaded like the show in one day. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
that true?
awesome.
They want to narf some dudes.
They
wanna
do
narf
want
some
they
dudes.
want to narf these dudes.
Hashtag narf the dudes.
What if we find out that's like a horrible like racial slur?
I'm gonna Google it. real
Okay,
quick.
so
Narf some dudes.
before
It's
I
when you beat up gay black people.
when
Like,
I'm
specifically.
what
that.
stop talking.
Okay.
We gotta be weary of Josh and his stupid mouth.
As
Stop
you should
stop getting specific with that stuff.
Oh,
You could
hey.
have just stopped
Well, never
there. You see, when my assumption was like you vomit on a dick and then just keep sucking it.
Josh,
Why
stop
was
being
that
mean.
your
Stop being awful. Let me say my awful thing now.
But my thing is like gross awful, not racist awful.
I never said like that's what I like to do. I said that's what Narf could be. Yours is also bad.
But I'll check Urban Dictionary before I make it the title of this episode.
narf some dudes.
So, Brooks,
So
to
we-
answer your question, just go Narf on some dudes and you'll be fine.
So yeah, it's like you judge yourself by the standards that you set. If your standards are you're bad at talking to people you don't know, then just get better at that.
Yeah.
If your standards are narfing on some dudes, just stand in your own truth. And as long as it's whatever it is, as long as it's consensual and from all parties, then it can't be bad.
Oh, you can't narf unconsensually.
No,
Yeah.
no, you have to be respectful.
What
when
the
narfing.
fuck?
So let's answer one other question before the ad break, and then So let me reach into my metaphorical hat of
My
Your
answer is
cookbook of
whatever Brooks
questions.
said,
yes.
'cause I didn't get to answer.
Flipping through the
Well, sucks to suck. Let's
right.
keep moving.
All right.
You can answer the first part.
Oh man, now I'm
okay
worried.
okay. What in life is truly objective and not subjective?
Oh,
Film.
science.
I was about to
movies
say
and
movies.
my opinion. Next question.
My opinion on movies. Everyone else is wrong.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Like science. Like
Sci-
fact. Like literally fact in
Like
front of your face.
like literally trying to get like something that you need physical evidence of.
Yeah.
Or
Try talking to light particles and shit. Like the one where like they hit. In,
I
like,
mean,
a
they
straight
have
line.
they have like machines to like
Well, no,
measure that.
I cannot remember what the experiment
Did you
is.
say
but
talking to light particles?
yeah,
No,
and-
he meant like
Talking
hit,
about them.
hit up some light particles and they'll tell you all
go
about
narf with some
You
light
up,
particles.
you
like
Narf on some dudes?
narf on some light particles and they'll tell you all about how like hard it is to get physical
Well,
evidence.
no, because there was one experiment where like I'm gonna butcher it, but
Okay.
there was like a laser pointed at like a beam,
Mm-hmm.
and it would like create this strange pattern that shouldn't work. And people were like,
Yeah.
"Huh, let's get a microscope and look at the beam and how the light hits the beam." And just the act of it being watched made it go, "All right, well, we're gonna split in how it should be split." And you're like, "Huh, what? Why does this light have a mind of its own?" And they did it
It's a
like
science we don't understand.
yeah,
yet.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Or God's real. Either one of those two. You choose. Whichever one is more fun.
Let's
Yeah.
do we want to go into stuff that people sometimes assume is objective but really not, such
what?
as movies, because I have read so much stuff online of people thinking that movies are a checklist of things you
Yeah.
need to do
But-
either right or wrong.
But keep in mind, that's not like the general public. That's just people like us.
True. It is
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
it-
snobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him.
Oh, no, I'm absolutely a snob.
Up top. Oh. Right, your hand.
but it's like the worst kind of snobs, like the snobs who like, you know,
The neckbeard of cinephiles.
yeah, the ones who think CinemaSins is like, you know,
Correct.
is correct or good, and like it's the whole. That's what I'm not gonna get
Oh,
into
he
it.
has a whole rant about that. You want that to be the hour?
No, I
Eh.
just think it's funny. Like it's like guilty pleasure kind of thing. Why would I watch Billy Madison or something? Like I'm not like watching this to go, oh yeah, this is. I'm watching it to go, I got time to kill.
Yeah,
Who the
like,
fuck is Billy Madison?
It's the Adam Sandler movie.
The golfing one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's fine.
duh.
See, that's
Now
fu-
you're a film snob.
that's fine because that's like just like that's pure like entertainment and everything. That's just a
Yeah.
preference on your part. The problem is whenever people start like when people watch CinemaSins and then start judging movies the way that they do it,
Yeah.
and then like as soon as like you call them out on being bullshit, they're all like, "Oh, it's satire. It's like you're taking it too seriously," and then they just go back to doing it and everything. And that's like what the actual
yeah,
guys
but
do.
that's their show, though.
Yeah, but that's what the
That's what
guys
they do.
like,
I
and
want
every-
to see A Quiet Place.
I also want to see A Quiet Place and everything. It's just it's just like art and stuff in
Enough
general.
of that, Zach. Back to Brooks.
I mean, I also want to see how John Krasinski is as a director and not just as a guy on The Office and everything.
Oh wait, is he directing it? Too?
Yeah.
He did direct it. Yes,
I did not know that.
He did. You can like as soon as I found out he was directing it, it makes sense because he's the biggest. He and his wife are the only two stars in that movie and
Yeah.
everything. So that it all kind of clicked. as soon as
I've
that-
heard good things about that movie from like 3 different people who have like 3 totally different opinions on movies. So like that's like kind of like my range of like, all right, there has to be something good about it then.
The only-
See,
The
oh,
only thing that
yeah.
bothers me about the trailers, at least, is they keep showing clips of the monster. Like,
Yeah.
you don't,
Oh,
you
they're showing-
don't fucking do that.
They're showing clips of the monster.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't.
like
I
in the
haven't.
background.
I haven't seen like full on clips of the monster and everything, but like they do like, you know, they aren't shy about showing the scenes with the monster in it.
Yeah.
Like the film objective thing is like, you know, that's like a tired argument that I don't want to get into, but something like to end on before the ad, I think we're going to start seeing a trend because with Get Out and then with if A Quiet Place is really well regarded and really successful, people, at least studio heads, are going to think that the new trend is former comedy actors and writers who want to go into like a serious like genre film,
Yeah, Thor
particularly
Ragnarok did
horror.
well, too.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok are like, but that I see this as
That's
more.
also a comedy. Yeah.
I see that. Well, Taika Waititi was already a director, like for both A Quiet Place and Get Out. It's like both first time of either of those guys directing, and I think that they're going to assume that's going to be a trend. So we're going to see like a Rob Schneider or someone of that
Oh,
level.
fuck that.
Of that level is going to have an idea for a horror movie, and he's going to go to the studios, and a studio's going to be like, well, this could be like the next Get Out or A Quiet Place, so let's do it, and it's gonna be terrible.
You don't know that. What if he's got a really good idea for a movie?
Maybe, I don't know. Like
It's crazy. It's weird, man.
I know, like, you know, at the end of the day, I just want movies to be good. I
Yeah.
just want to see good movies.
Hold on. Isn't Rob Schneider anti-vax?
He is.
What a nut job.
Yeah.
The thing I don't like about A Quiet Place so far is that, like, the first trailer, I'm like, oh shit, there's like no sound in this. this is really good. And like the second trailer, I'm like, okay, well, there's like a little bit more sound, like there's hushed whispers. And then
By
the third
sound-
one, there's a guy yelling, and it was like, no.
I haven't seen the latest trailer, but by sound, do you mean dialogue?
Yes.
Because there's been sound in all the trailers. And
Well, I
everything.
meant like dialogue, people talking and everything.
Right,
like that.
right.
But like
I hear the sound design is supposed to be really good.
Yeah.
like the emptiness, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I love that. I just want
and
more.
I feel like this
like
is
No Country for Old Men. I love that because it had no music.
I love that movie, but like I feel like it's very much this can be applied to like literally anything, but when you take something away for long enough and then you put it like back in, what you put in is like 10 times more impactful and everything. So like if most of A Quiet Place is just dialogue free, then whatever that scene is of someone yelling, that's probably going to be like a holy shit moment and everything.
But they put it in the trailer.
Well, that's the marketing team. The people who make the movie don't make the trailers.
That's true.
And I've seen so many times that the people who make the movie are just like, God damn it, I hate this trailer. It revealed something that should not be revealed.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that so many times of director being like, hey, don't watch the latest trailer. It shows something that you should wait until the movie. So speaking of marketing, and then we
Liam.
No, we're going into the
I
ad.
thought you were pointing at Liam.
No, I was going like a.
But can we
Maybe
bring
it should
Liam
be more
into
clear.
We're going into the ad.
We're gonna
now.
narf some dudes.
This? Gonna narf all over Liam.
Do you like drywall? I love drywall. How about we wall some dry?
Did we
Beer.
all have jokes prepared and then interrupted one another?
Yes.
Wow.
Well-
we are friends by default.
Hang on.
Hey!
To me, it seemed more like Zach had a bit prepared, and then Liam just had a word he wanted to shout, and decided to shout over whatever bit Zach had prepared.
Oh, I was going to
because
scream at you for trying to touch me and like to bring it all the way down to the ground.
that's not good.
I'm glad you didn't do
Yeah,
that.
because I was like, everyone's going to have their own thing to say. See? Everyone's going to have their own thing.
I'm awful at this. I quit.
Yes.
Oh, well, it seems like the reigning champion is Yaskovich.
Yes!
This has been Ad Break.
Yes!
Let's tickle fight.
Okay. That, man, that,
Only if you can catch me. Chase me, Liam.
man, I wish.
Okay, we need to stop.
Watch Tickle. That's the ad break.
Yeah. The only reason that Liam said that was because we were talking about the documentary Tickled right before we came back.
It's also really funny, too.
Yeah.
It's like sad, but funny.
It's like
There's it's dark humor. Like there's like
your dark humor. You got a lot of dark humor.
Yeah, you could probably argue my entire soul is dark humor.
So how about
Yeah.
we get into this?
Well, like we should spend at least another. Like we need to fill this ad space. We don't have.
I thought we were cutting to
sponsors.
something too.
We don't have sponsors.
I think we might soon. Just give me some time. I'll talk to my parents.
Oh,
about if
hey
they wanna
guys,
sponsor
what
us.
happens when you're not listening to podcasts?
No,
are you
I
listening
have
to
a
music?
Just let him talk.
No, I had a sponsor. I was gonna.
Enough crosstalk. We can have more than one sponsor.
All right, fine, Zach, go.
With Spotify Premium, you can listen to as
Oh,
much music.
shit.
That's not our sponsor.
You don't know that.
What? Are you serious?
Let me
No,
show
you're
you an
not.
email.
But, like,
Except it's
With Spotify Premium, you can
That is. I look at the waveform on that, and it's gonna haunt me in my fucking dreams.
but I'm not wrong.
that is something I've noticed where like ads breaks are recorded differently than the show
because they're often done at different
You're
times.
right.
Yeah.
on a cell phone.
You know, here's
On a
the ad.
cell phone, really loud.
It's just a
No,
note.
it's
Okay.
Spotify. It's
Okay.
Spotify.
It's a note I wrote that Yaskovich
Spot-
just said, "Eat my ass."
Spotify
because he
sent
didn't
that to you.
Yeah, Spotify sent that.
Spotify sent that.
The crosstalk is ridiculous.
Your crosstalk is ridiculous.
I'm trying not to.
You know what?
That's right,
We're
Liam.
all-
There's a new song called Casablanca by the Duneflowers that's coming out on April 11th, along with a music video that I shot with them. So, yeah, there's your sponsor. Did they give us money? No. Do you know who that is? No.
Do they sound good? No.
I like the Duneflowers.
I was
I actually really like them a lot.
I don't know
I
who
was
they are.
gonna say
You
that
probably
like
actually like the Duneflowers.
What music is it?
It's like indie rock, sort of.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
like
was
good in your
I was
life.
actually considering, like, I had this thought.
That's Tyler's band, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, remember from Red Couch?
Yeah, I remember.
guy.
Yeah.
What's
Oh,
like
cool.
one of their songs
Is
called?
wait is Red Couch
Casablanca.
is Red Couch still a thing?
They are. It's just so Ben, Blake, and like Tyler and George and Colin, all them. They all just kind of like do their own thing.
Okay.
But like Red Couch hasn't broken up. They just kind of like join back together whenever they can.
Okay.
They all have their own
They're
bands.
on
that they do.
hiatus.
I was actually kind of considering this, like because I was listening to Spotify and I'd like made a playlist for somebody, and then I'm like, I could probably like. There's a few of my friends that I probably know their music taste well enough that I could confidently like make a playlist and send it to them and have it just be called like songs that Zach would like. Like Zach, I feel like the people who I say I know their music taste well enough to be able to confidently make a playlist, I'd say are Zach, Liam, and probably Brenna. Like I know their taste well enough. With Josh and Connor, like I'm worried.
I dare you. I triple dog dare
I'm
you.
a little. I feel like with you, I could get well enough. For Connor, like his tastes are very specific.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Bradley. Like with Connor, I don't listen to enough prog stuff to be able to confidently like give a playlist. And for Spivey, outside of Streetlight Manifesto, I don't know what the fuck he listens to. Like I have no fucking idea like what to put in a playlist for Bradley. Like not even like close.
You know, you said Bradley, then Spivey, then Bradley again.
Because I do that a lot. Like I switch back and forth.
it just makes me happy.
They're the same
I
person.
want you to attempt to make one for me. I want to see what you think I would like.
Right.
Don't do
okay.
it for Connor.
And
If
then
you
I'll
get one
shit
song
all over
wrong,
it.
Yeah.
you will fuck up your life.
What was the band's name?
The Dune Flowers. And also look up Tyler Dragger. That's a guy from the Dune
Yeah.
Are they on Spotify?
Flowers. They might be. Look up Tyler Dragger.
Oh wait, I actually found them. Well, Les Sauce.
Yeah,
probably not-
that's them.
But
That's them?
that's their only song they have out right now. But you can find more stuff on YouTube.
okay. Well,
Look up
I'll
Red
play
Couch
it
too.
later.
But
Then talk to Plants.
like literally,
Westminster music, ladies and gentlemen.
literally, I was listening to my Discover Weekly playlist on Spotify, and a lot of those songs, I was like, Zach would probably like this.
you don't fucking know me.
I wait until I send you the playlist.
Yeah, you gonna
Yeah.
narf me hard?
I'm gonna narf you so hard with music.
I don't know if I know songs that like I'm like, oh, Zach would love this, but like songs you probably wouldn't hate. Like stuff like you would probably like, I could listen to this.
No, I'd say in the past I was pretty spot on because like I've sent you songs before. Like it's only happened occasionally, but I've sent you songs
Yeah.
where like I was just like, hey, you'd probably like this, and then you text me back like,
Can't Stand the Rain. I really like that
Yeah.
one. Liam, whatever song you sang that Bev wrote, I really like that. Like that style, I really enjoy that.
I still haven't heard that.
Spivey has it on his phone.
Well, he hasn't sent it to me
I
yet.
don't know. I won't give you any of the titles, but let's just say Japanese future funk.
Okay, Google.
No, don't look it up. Come on.
Japanese future funk? All right, fuck you too, Google.
Brought to you by Google.
Is this a new permanent segment of you trying to use OK Google? And
I
it-
always want to try to use it,
And
it
it
works
never
when I'm in my
works.
house. When I'm in my own
it might be
home,
too far.
It never. This is your own home.
with my
This is your
own
house.
room, my room. I want,
It
I want
never-
my bird already.
It has never
Are
worked.
you getting a bird?
I get a bird in 3
What kind of
weeks.
bird?
A cockatiel.
Get
Get it, cockatiel.
I don't get it.
He's
My
made that
last name
joke
is
already
Teal.
on the show.
It is?
Shit. I'm gonna call it Dandy.
I've been calling you Liam for like a year.
No, silly, I'm Liam.
Fuck!
I'm gonna call the bird Dandy.
You're not Yaskovich?
Wait, what?
Who the fuck is Yaskovich?
I'll teach it to like JoJo.
No, I love birds. Dude, I fucking love birds.
Oh yeah, do you still want the axolotls? I didn't know if
yes,
that was.
I
okay.
do. I got
Those
it.
aren't birds, but still.
No, I love salamanders.
Where are you
Or
getting
newts.
axolotls?
Laura,
Oh,
her
okay.
axolotls has so many babies, and she didn't expect it.
What the
Oh.
fuck is an axolotl?
It's
Uh,
a amphibian.
You know what a mudkip is in Pokemon?
Yeah.
That.
Oh,
I'm
shit,
getting a
I want one.
mudkip.
It's actually.
I'm actually gonna name it Mudkip.
Wooper. Wooper, you remember that Pokemon?
Yeah,
Kinda.
that's also that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The only axolotl thing I know is the one song that was used in Twin Peaks: The Return that I played in the car when Zach and I went to Noodles and Company the one time, and it scared him. So
Does it sing about axolotls?
yes.
Wow.
Well, it uses the word axolotl in it. The rest of the lyrics aren't really a part of that.
David Lynch, you mad genius.
Hey guys, yeah, Liam left a little bit early just because he ain't feeling so funky fresh. So we'll just go into the hypothetical.
Yeah, it's me and Josh hypothetical.
It's the original podcast back together.
Should we call it hypothetical since they're not
What
always
name
heists?
would you like to change it to?
Hypotheticals?
Hypothetical it is.
I like
Alright.
hypothetical, to be honest.
I mean, it's just that it's
At
not
least
always
it's-
heists.
It's a highway robbery of your imagination. I think I said this last time.
Did you? I don't
Maybe.
remember. I don't.
robbery of your imagination.
Yeah, it's a heist on your imagination.
I don't
that.
remember.
I'm taking your imagination and I'm making it into something good.
All right. Just don't hurt me, man.
Love and marriage, love and marriage go together like a
Oh, wait,
horse
stop.
and-
It's copyright. It's copyright. All right. I need each of you to give me a convenience. A convenience is something like, oh, hey, from your phone, you can order a pizza. Or,
Oh, like something that's convenient?
yeah, like Wi-Fi is a convenience. Or, I'm trying to list other things.
I'm trying to like
Hot water.
heating,
Yeah, heating, electric.
paved roads.
I don't know what they're called, but those claw things fat people use.
Is that
Does that count?
Yeah, I don't want you to tell me yet. I want you to think of another one. But that is also a
Okay,
convenience.
Okay.
But I don't want you to say it. When I ask you guys, that's when
Okay,
you can tell me.
okay.
I can't think of a funny one, so I'm just gonna have to do like a normal one.
Okay, I'm just gonna list other ones that could be like, let's see. I'm gonna say a calculator is a convenience.
Okay.
The little like attachment you put onto hedge clippers to reach the really high branches, that's a convenience.
That is
Escalators are a convenience, no doubt.
Hang on,
Yeah.
I have to Google something real quick. Bear with me. Bear
Sure.
with me.
All right, my original one was going to be the claw grabber, but wait, no, I got a new one. Never mind. Don't list any more because this is one you could probably list.
Okay.
All right. Well, while Brooks looks that up, I will discuss the tragedy that was Abu Ghraib.
Okay, so let me just ask you what your thing is, because I know Brooks is looking up what he wants his. Oh, let me actually tell you a little story.
Okay, give me a little story.
Letter opener. That is also a convenience.
Okay.
I was using one of those to unclog a stapler earlier today, and in doing
Is that why you're bleeding?
I actually almost took off my nail.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
What the
So,
fuck did you do?
I wasn't listening. I was looking something up. What?
At the bank, there was a stapler that had like all the staples jammed into
Yeah.
the exit parts. I was like, I can't get them out. My fingernail isn't enough. So I got a letter opener, crammed it in there, and started wrenching it like
Start
a crowbar.
just jiggling around in
And I was
there.
like, yeah, come on. It's not getting out this way. Let me go from the bottom and just push up as hard as I can. And like the way I did it, like the letter opener slipped and like slit just barely missed like the crucial part of my nail. And it popped out a little
I
bit. but,
don't
like,
like that.
out a little
I
bit.
do not like that. How can you have told this to me?
because I
you
need
asked.
someone else to feel it.
I feel it. I hate like fingernail stuff.
My finger was already kind of hurting it because I slammed it in something earlier, and like this is just making it worse.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Liam left his headphones.
Oh, he
Oh,
did.
well.
He'll be back. They always come back.
there you go.
Okay, so I have something.
So that was your story you wanted to tell me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was part of the.
Okay, but you got your thing, Brooks?
yeah, I have my thing.
All right. So, Yaskovich, what is yours?
a poop scooper.
A pooper scooper.
Pooper scooper.
All right. And
A pooper scooper for little Brooksy boy.
That's not what I'm laughing at.
and Brooks, please, pray tell, what is your convenience? Oh, fuck.
My body's ready.
Just give me a sec. Pod drive maneuverability. Sleeker bottom shapes go a long way to help modern boats maneuver, but for docking and other tight situations, nothing compares with advances in propulsion. The Dock and Go introduced it on a Sense 50, tied together a sail drive and bow thruster to move that boat like a sailboat never had before. Sailors finally entered the world of power boating pod drives. Hallelujah. Since then, Hunter, Jeannot, and others have introduced their own versions, which have helped take the fear out of unplanned sailboat landings.
I'm sorry. What the fuck are you talking about?
Pod drive maneuverability.
What?
It is an advancement. It is an innovation in modern sailing technology.
What is
and
that?
has made modern sailing and specifically
right.
docking a modern sailboat 10 times more convenient.
So Brooks
I'm
is
writing down
docking.
some stupid sailboat shit. God.
Brooks is docking.
And now, okay.
You already figured out my joke.
Yaskovich, I need you to think of an animal. Don't tell me. Brooks, a color.
A color.
Yeah, a random color. Go ahead.
Oh wait, you asked
Any
color.
animal. Yeah. Any animal for you, Yaskovich. Any color for you,
Define
Brooks.
animal.
Anything that is not human.
Okay, a water bear.
Water bear. You got it. Brooks.
Fuck.
That is not a color.
God.
bad.
Yaskovich, while he's thinking, I want you to give me a letter.
Why?
Why am I giving you a letter, or why
No,
is it
no, why? For like my last name because I'm special.
Okay, Brooks.
Light orange.
Ew.
I'm gonna call it Le Orange.
The orange. That's perfect.
I always forget your favorite color is orange.
My favorite color is orange.
That's what's fucking wrong with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like the bright, like neon orange
Th-
too.
this one's going a little bit.
It's like any orange.
These I'm giving you a lot more to like fill in this time, but I promise it'll be worth it in the end.
Okay.
Each of you give me a material.
Suede.
Suede.
Oh, God, I said this for a previous thing. I can't say it again.
Yeah, no repeats if you can help
I'm
it.
very
No.
intrigued on why you need all these things.
Don't worry
I'm
about
not-
it. Don't read
you
my
know,
notes.
I can't read. You know that.
Good strong lumber.
What wood specifically?
I'm a big fan of
I'm sending you
birch.
Oh, I was sending you oak.
I thought of oak first, but I'm like, oak's not funny.
Yeah, birch is like kind of like the hipster oak.
Birch is like the Jerry Seinfeld of trees.
And now,
What?
this may sound strange, but I need both of you to give me an upgrade.
An upgrade?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
An upgrade is something like, oh, hey, more processing power, or an extra 4 inches added to the blade, or like it saves power. Something that like is an improvement upon what something already does.
Can it be what certain people view as an improvement, and maybe other people do not?
No boner
do not
jokes.
Agreed.
Oh, okay. I thought that was dashing your one thing. I was like,
No, it's not even. It is technology related.
yeah, it has to be some form of electronic device that can be upgraded.
Does Google Glass count?
If you can give me like
That's like a brain upgrade.
Yeah, it is.
That's like a coolness upgrade.
Yeah, Google Glass.
all right, Google
The glasses, the Google glasses that like did not take off at all.
I'm gonna put glasses integration.
Okay.
That works. And Brooks, yours?
It is removing the headphone jack so that you are forced to use the specific like charging / USB type thing that is only sold by the company that makes the product.
Do you see that as an upgrade or a downgrade?
Some people see it as an upgrade. Guess who doesn't? Me.
Yeah, it's most certainly a
All
stupid
right.
grade.
Well, now that we have all of this, I'd like to introduce you boys to your new product, the new hot one on the market.
Before you get started, I was gonna say I half expected you to say, okay, now that you've put all that stuff in, I have written none of it down.
Here's the real hype with
You
that.
are all a fucking joke. But continue, please.
You are all a part of the new, the sleek, the shining, the shimmering Large Water Bear Y. Now, what does this product do? It is made of suede and birch. It has glasses integration. You can wear it sleek and stylish on your ears, looking through it with your eyes. And do you want a headphone jack? I didn't think so. It doesn't have one. What does this product do?
Well, Brooks, we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna look at each other deep. Look at me. We're gonna look at each other deeply in the eyes, and we're gonna say the exact same thing at the same time. You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Chick magnet.
Chick magnet.
No, fuck. Okay, all right, chick
All
magnet.
right, on the count of 3 for me. 3, 2, 1.
Gorilla tracker.
Oh, okay. Are we doing it then?
Gorilla tracker.
Tracks
Tracks
gorillas.
gorillas.
But
But
it
is
South Dakota. on
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. Gorilla tracker that only works in South Dakota but only works on Wednesdays. What is it called again?
I am
the Large Water Bear
You're
Y.
right.
I am low-key very upset that Zach did not utilize my boat innovation.
Oh, no, don't worry. That comes into play later.
Okay, good. Thank you. You
know all
assuaged
the-
my fears.
Because South Dakota is a giant ocean.
Yeah.
So your business is set in South Dakota. Let me just write that down.
Is it though?
It is now.
Okay.
Okay, so I know. Okay, I'm gonna wait until you decide to incorporate later because I have a bit already that I've come up with.
Oh my.
So
Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going to just kind of speed run this. It is probably like a new type of phone. It's not like the conventional kind of phone. It is glasses, but not just glasses. It also functions as a pooper scooper, and not just a pooper scooper. It is a pod drive.
I guess arguably Google Glass can be used as a pooper scooper.
it is a scooper of all of of Google's poopy ideas.
Yes.
Now, Brooks, what were you getting into here for me?
Well, okay, so I want to set the scene a little.
All right.
Okay, please.
Josh, we have come up with a product that's
Yes,
going to
an
The
ingenious
large
idea.
that
water
is
bear Y.
that is going to potentially make us millions and millions of dollars. The problem is it only works in South Dakota on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And so and is also involved in sailing somehow
Yes.
with the pod driver
Yeah.
innovation. But the problem is South Dakota is a landlocked state.
Yes.
So we were kind of resigned to our business failing, and then we whipped out a movie that both of us are very good fans of, which is the 1978 Superman film. And we came across an idea, and we have decided to, along the border of South Dakota and I guess both North Dakota and Canada, to very carefully find a fault line where, and if we very carefully place a nuclear bomb on there, it will separate the fault line, cause North Dakota and Canada to fall into the ocean,
Yes.
and all of a sudden we have a whole new coast. And all of
Yes.
our Google Glass, whatever it's called, is
The
suddenly
orange Y.
it's suddenly
The
a
orange
lot
water bear
more.
wine.
It's suddenly a lot more valuable now that we've made this brand new coast of
Yes.
South Dakota.
So we're
South
ruining.
Dakota.
Yes, and we're also going to name a lot of. We're going to found a lot of cities along it and name them all after us
Yes.
because we are the greatest criminal minds of the world
So-
of the 20th century.
So now that you are criminal masterminds,
Yes.
yes.
how do you stop the superheroes that come to try?
There
to,
are no superheroes. Stop living in a made-up world. Next
Yeah.
question.
I'm talking about Watchmen style superheroes.
Oh, like Rorschach?
yeah.
well,
Rorschach
then-
is gonna fuck my shit up.
Also,
Oh, don't even get me started on Dr. Manhattan.
I
no,
mean,
there's no Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if it's
So it's just a crazy guy in a
if
mask.
it's Watchmen stuff, then we win. We're the bad guys, so we win. Our plan
yeah.
works.
And we bring Russia and the United States together.
Also skip ahead for spoilers. So
Yeah, sorry about that.
yeah, we.
You should have seen the movie or read the book by now.
Yeah, you
stupid
should have
idiot.
read the book.
Yeah,
And then there's one guy there who's like, I didn't read the book.
and it's Alan Moore.
Can I still have the,
It's Alan
can I
Moore.
still have the orange water bear Y?
No.
Yes. This is going to eventually cause the fracture within the company.
Oh, yeah.
That will make me murder you in your sleep.
Yeah, but
And then you don't die.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
I get very scared.
and very confused.
You don't die. I fully we both know that the attempt happened, but the next day you do not bring it up.
No.
You do not act like it happened, and that terrifies me more than
Continue about my
any
day.
revenge you could have vowed.
and you'll be in a business meeting, and I'll be walking down the hallway, and I'll just be staring at you. And then I slowly turn back to you, and I'm like, "Yeah, I went fishing that day." And I was,
Oh, yeah, you went fishing. Yeah. Why did you look over at Brooks?
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, you're doing it again.
dun, dun, dun. I like to think his eyes are doing that camera zoom into me.
I've spent too many years innovating pod driver technology to let it all slip through my fingers thanks to some fucking upstart prick.
So,
Name Zach.
so because Yaskovich has integrated himself with Pooper Scooper Water Bear Y technology,
Yes.
he is immortal and integrated into the entire interface.
I am more man than man.
But Brooks, you really seem to double down on this pod driver ideal.
Look, man, pod drivers, they are the future. They are the future of this product
Yeah,
specifically, not look, man, I owe a lot of money to a lot of people. I put all of my chips on pod driver technology. Little did I realize that was the name of a very bad horse, and I lost the race.
The horse's name was Pod Driver Technology.
Yeah, the names are getting real fucking weird. But
It wasn't a horse. It was a dog race. Stop trying to make yourself look good.
look, man. Owing a lot of money from horse races is a lot more respectable than owing a lot of money from
You're
dog races.
a broke son of a bitch. None of it's respectable.
Nobody pays like $5 million on a dog race.
Yeah, except for you.
I know.
So, anyways, yes.
Oh.
Well, I like to think so. The water bear part, that's just the name, correct? That has nothing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with it.
It's
That's
just
the name you came
Yeah, it's
up
just the
with.
mascot.
Shit. Fuck.
What,
God.
you want it to have something to do with
I
it?
had this whole thing of like, secretly, we did not want to do the fault line thing, but the
No.
water bears, because I put it on and it is integrated into my brain.
So they're like
have
water
been-
bear nanobots?
They have been convincing me to flood the world.
Why?
Because they're water bears, and that's how they survive. They survive in water. Although, technically, water bears can survive really anywhere.
They can survive in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, but like water.
What?
Water.
Water's a vacuum.
Water is a vacuum.
Ah, but space is a vacuum.
I get that joke.
What is that
I
from?
understand that
Team
reference.
Fortress. When does that last episode come out?
Fucking, I don't know.
Is it the last episode ever?
It's a feature length. They say it's probably the last episode ever.
What are they doing? Are they doing the...
They're finishing the Cell Saga.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which
shit.
is originally where. Well, I say it's originally where Akira Toriyama wanted to end it, but like you could honestly say that about a lot of points in the story.
Did you see the ending of Dragon Ball Super?
I did not. I didn't.
Goku went Ultra Instinct, which is the new Super Saiyan, but it looked badass.
I did not see the end of Super. I have not seen the beginning of Super,
Don't.
and I have not seen the middle of Super.
That's fine. All you have to do is watch the Power Tournament arc, which is just all the universes fighting.
Don't
each
you
other.
love it? Like when a show gets good, it decides to end.
Yeah, but there was a lot I didn't like, and there was some I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. That is really," and it's back. Okay.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Whoa, I haven't been putting our money into a suitcase. Why did you bring that up?
Zach,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
of all people know how
Me
I feel
specifically.
about suitcases. But Josh, the person whose name I originally meant to say at the beginning of the sentence, has never been told.
Yaskovich, I need you to look at me. I need you to understand something. I need you to understand two somethings. Those two somethings are the first thing, which is Brooks. No, not with suitcases. The second thing is suitcases once with Brooks. Never again.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow!
Hey! We did it! Spotify, call our fucking number, you
All right.
stupid, dirty bitch.
Spotify is what brought this to you. Blame them.
Blame Spotify.
If you like this episode, make sure you follow us on Oh, He's Chugging It! Oh!
No!
Yeah!
Also, Yaskovich had a beer this entire time.
Take us the fuck out of here, Brooks.
This has been Friends by Default. My name is Brooks Vernon. You can find me at Squeezy McCheesy on Twitter. That is where I'm most active. Zach, where can people
You
find
can find me at Brave Snuggles on Twitter. I'm always there. I'm always ready. I'm always ready to feel.
Josh, where can people find you?
You can only find me on Instagram now because Facebook is dead. Rock. And then we end the
You
show.
can also find us on iTunes, where you can give us a rating and review and subscribe to never miss an episode. We have no money to advertise, so the best way to get the show out there is by word of mouth. If you enjoyed the show, just tell someone who you think would like it, recommend it to them, and tell them to check it out. You can also find us on YouTube under 100 Years Productions, where you can see a lot of old videos. Plus, like we regularly put up these episodes on there, so you can subscribe to that, leave a rating, leave a comment. You can email us any questions or hypothetical scenarios you would want us to riff on. fbdpod@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @fbdpod. And
Please send us questions.
Please
send us. We
insult us.
we-
Say anything to us.
we just need some kind
I
of
want you to
acknowledgement.
just send emails to that email that just says the character Q. It's just gonna drive Brooks crazy. He's gonna go, "Oh, cool," an email. It's just gonna say Q, and he's gonna go, Damn it, Zach! Why did you
Like
do this?
so many emails, like 30 emails. I'm like, I mean, I'm glad that we're finally getting like responses, but like I'm tired of this Q shit. And then like another one comes up, and I'm like, I open it, and it's like the word Q.
Oh, like Q spelled out,
Yeah.
and it's from Spotify.
Queue.
Yes.
Oh.
The
All right, cool.
okay.
Bye.
And then
Goodbye.
Well, we're not finished yet.
We're not.
We have to plug the Patreon as well.
The Patreon is up on the internet.
100,
Bye.
100 Years Productions is the Patreon. It supports both this show and a lot of other shows, including You'll Like 'Em, a music podcast with Josh on it. And that's real good. I don't know any other things to plug.
Brooks is lying. You're just feeding my lead chip paint addiction.
Don't say that!
See ya.
See ya. Yes, bye.